welcome back to our guitar videos, week 5, day 2. And I think on Tuesday, for the first time ever, we saw that Sarah and Chloe were both pretty lost. And that's my fault, and so I'll try to correct a few things in this lesson. And that's kind of one of the cool things about this format, is you can see in real time how it's going and how we can help each other with the learning process. So forget about the C. I know we learned the brand new C, and we'll come back to that if we need it. But let's really just focus on the A for now, right? So we learned kind of that Spider-Man A.
Yes.
Okay. And so that just uses 2 fingers. Our middle finger is on the D string 2nd fret, and our ring finger, our 3rd finger, is on the G string 2nd fret. Okay, so just strum that with me. Alright. And that's our new chord from last time that you really needed to learn. It's actually an A2 if you want to get theoretical, but that's what we'll use for today. So we're going to just go over an easy progression. It's going to use G, D, and A, right? So we know G, that's the first one we learned, D, and then our new chord of A. So let's play 4 and rest 4 on those 3 chords, starting on the G. So here we go. 1, 2, G, and play. 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to rest, find the D, ready, and play. Alright, and stop right there. And I want you just to, again, strum each one of those strings individually. Now, on the video last week, I think we had mistakenly put up D suspended, or D-S-U-S, as this chord. But when we're in the key of D, we want to play the regular D unless it specifies the D sus. So make sure that we have that correct diagram there, and we don't use our pinky in this one, but our middle finger is now down on the top E string on the 2nd fret. Okay? So our regular D. And then we're going to skip ahead to that A. So I'll give you 4 counts to find that A. 1, 2, A, and play. Again, stop right there, and let's strum each one of those strings to make sure that they're each ringing, or maybe we have to kind of come around a little bit to get more of that C shape that we're pressing on straight with the tips of our fingers, and we're not touching any of the other strings that we're not supposed to, okay? So let's do that progression one more time. G, 4 counts, D, 4 counts, and A, 4 counts. 1, 2, ready, and G to the D, to D regular. 1, 2 to the A, and play. Now, one thing to remember is the G uses all 6 strings. The A only uses the bottom 5, so we start strumming on the A string as our bass note. And then the D chord only uses the bottom 4 strings. Again, the D string is our bass note. So just keep that in mind as you're strumming, that you're only using the strings that each chord calls for. Okay, so that's the start of our song today. We're actually going to look at a new song called Waymaker. And the cool thing about this song is the progression in the verse, the chorus, and the bridge is all exactly the same. So it should be fairly easy for us today, but I'm going to teach you one more chord. And the reason Tuesday it was a little harder is because I was really trying to avoid a B minor chord because I just thought that would be a bridge too far, but I guess the song I chose was a bit challenging as well. So today we do have to learn that B minor, but fortunately our progression just is very simple with 4 beats on each chord. Now, B minor, if you want to play a traditional B minor, you would have to play a bar chord. And that means that our pointer finger stretches across the whole neck there to play all 5 strings down at the same time, and then we add some other strings. A bar chord is very challenging for new guitar players, and it doesn't sound that pretty because you don't have any open strings, so it doesn't really ring as well. So today I'm going to teach you another cheater chord This is how I play a B minor 7. I think it has an added tone in there, but it works for us. So what we're going to do is we're going to use 3 fingers. We're going to use our 2nd, 3rd, and 4th finger, so we don't use our pointer on this one. Okay. So, and all 3 of our fingers end up being on the 2nd fret, and we're going to alternate on the strings we touch. So, we're going to start out with our middle finger. It's going to be on the A string 2nd fret. And then our ring finger, our 3rd finger, is going to be on the G string 2nd fret, so we skip over that D string. Okay? And then finally, our pinky is going to be on the E string 2nd fret, right? So with this chord, we have an open D, and we have an open B, okay? And that is our B minor 7. So again, it's kind of a cheater chord, but I think it sounds cool. It's a little easier to play than the bar chord, and it really works for what we're doing here. So again, you'll see the diagram on the screen, but we are using every other string there on the A string, the G string, and the E string with our fingers, using our 2nd, 3rd, and 4th finger. Okay, so that's our B minor, maybe one of the harder chords you've learned so far. But again, just go ahead and strum each one of those strings, starting on the A string. And you're probably not used to using your pinky in this particular shape, so it might be hard to push down at first. Just kind of experiment with that, and again, make sure you're using the very tips of your fingers. You can see the indentations there on my fingers. I'm not using the fatty part, but I'm using the very tip, and that's allowing me to avoid touching the strings that I'm not supposed to, okay? Alright, so let's practice going from the A to the B. And the good thing is, one of our fingers is going to remain the same. So just like when we're playing our horn and we go from a D to a E, right? We have some similar fingers with that first finger down. Well, in this case, the A, your ring finger is going to stay down where it is, and then we're going to move our middle finger up a string to the A. Okay, so you see that change? Our ring finger is staying planted from the A, and then our middle finger is moving to the A string, and then our pinky has to slap down there on the E string, okay? So here's the A, and then to the B. It's a difficult transition. So again, it's just about rehearsing that muscle memory, okay? So again, press pause if you need to, but if you're ready to move on with us, we're going to learn the full progression with all 4 chords. So we already started this at the beginning of the lesson. 4 beats on a G to start, then 4 beats on a D, 4 beats on an A, and then finally 4 beats on the B minor. And again, that's the progression for the whole song, so you'll know a whole song at the end of this lesson. So let's do play 8 and rest 8 just to give you a little more space to find the new chords today. So starting on the G, play 8, rest 8. A 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And we're going to rest and find the D, the regular D without your pinky. 1, 2, D, and play. 8 counts. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Then we're going to go to A, just with our 2 fingers, our Spider-Man chords. 6, 7, and play. 6, 7, 8. Then our B minor. Remember, our middle finger jumps up to the A string, and our pinky on the E. Here we go. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Stop right there and go ahead and strum the individual strings. Okay, a little jazzy chord there. It's a lot of fun. Alright, so make any adjustments you need to. Shake out your hands a little bit, do some stretches. I know it's tough at first. And let's try that one more time. Okay. Play 8, rest 8. So here it is on the G. 1, 2, 8 counts, and play. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. To the D, 2 regular D, no pinky, and 5, 6. Ready, play. 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8. Now to the A, just 2 fingers. 4, 5, 6, 7, and play. And then our brand new chord, the B minor, middle finger up a string, and pinky down on the E. 6, 7, B minor. Alright, well you can press pause and you can continue that, or you can shorten the rest to play 4, rest 4 if you'd like. But just continue to practice and get the muscle memory down changing between these new chords. Let me just demonstrate how the verse would go. And again, the chorus is the same progression, the bridge is the same progression, but it says, you are here, touching every heart to the D. I worship you, A. I worship you, B minor. You are here, healing every heart to D. I worship you, A. I worship you. Let me go to the chorus, same progression. It says, Waymaker, miracle worker, promise keeper, light in the darkness. A, my God, that is who you are. B minor. Let me go to the bridge. Even when I don't see it, you're working. Even when I don't feel it, you're working. You never stop working. You never stop working. Right? So just over and over again, a very easy song for us on the guitar, a very moving song for your congregation that's kind of starting to spread around as a newer song. But anyway, I hope it's been a little slower for you today as we get into this new key, learning the A and the B minor 7. Again, we'll see next week how Chloe and Sara do, and if I need to spend some more time here, or if we'll move on to something new. But thank you guys for watching, and we look forward to seeing you again next week. God bless you.